Ladies and gentlemen, zdravo svima, kako ste, it's Charlie. And here today, actually I'm here drinking nectar pivo. I haven't made a video for a bit. I've been bushed, man. I've got a couple things that are stressing me here and I'm trying to get taken care of and working. Oh my God, I worked Mondays and Wednesdays. I worked till 9 o'clock at night. And oh my God, I just got too much to do, man. You know, nectar pivo, gotta love you. It's such a good beer. Anyway, right now I want to cut to the chase because you know how I ramble. I've got a gentleman that's a little bit concerned about coming to Serbia. He'd been here before and not had such a great experience. So let's see what he's talking about. His name is Abdul Rahman S. Zaranda. Mr. Abdul Rahman, salam alaikum. Hello, Charles. It's my great pleasure and honor to talk to people like you. You are such a great and wonderful person that can be taken as a model to everybody. You know, I like to think so. Thank you, sir. All right, so what I wanted to say is my parents decided for me to study medicine in Serbia at the University of Belgrade because one of my uncles studied there medicine and became an amazing doctor. Also because living is cheap and university is also cheap. But my problem now is I'm a Muslim and brown guy. Not white nor black, but half-half. So I'm scared that people will keep hating on me and I will never have any friends at all. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. And no relationships with anybody as I hate being alone all the time. So am I going to have any kind of racism, hate, discrimination, and also after what happened in France, people started to hate Muslims more and more. My uncle did not have any problems at all while he studied there at the time of Yugoslavia at University of Belgrade because he was a white-eyed blue-eyed guy, but I'm totally opposite from him. Also, another problem is when I was in Belgrade last summer just to check out how the atmosphere and city would be, I found that everybody keeps staring at me on the streets and then burst out laughing like someone told them a very lame joke, or once they look at me, they laugh and try to hide it. And I really hated this, and I changed my mind about studying there, but my parents still insist for me to study there. I really wish to have a normal life. I hate going on religious fights or any other kind of racism fights. I'm a very open-minded person, not racist. I love everybody except zionests. Takođe, brate. So I need you to ask Serbians about the reason of the laughing. Do they really find brown people funny? Or can you tell me if you know anything, because I'm really scared about it? Wow, okay. Abdul Rahman, it's an absolute pleasure to speak to you. I really, first of all, I've been here for numerous years now. Came here for the first time in 2010. Absolutely loved it. Expected to hate it. Blah, blah, blah. Long story, I say it in all my videos, so I don't want to bore anybody else here. I came here, loved it, stayed here. My family is a very mixed background, but I'm Caucasian. So I don't really know how it is to be a brown-skinned person here that's not black or not white. But, you know, I know, my friend, I'm friends here, and the majority of people I hang out with currently are Palestinians. I hang out with a ton of Palestinian guys, some of my best friends on the planet. I got a Syrian friend that's here in Novi Sad. There's another half Palestinian, half Serbian. Tons of international students here. There's a very dark-complected gentleman named David. He's from Kenya. He studies here. Serbia, he's a black man from Los Angeles that's here. Numerous football players that are here that are black. There's a beautiful young lady named Heather. She's very dark-complected black woman from the United States. I don't know about this certain situation that you're talking about, people laughing at you. I really can't imagine that. Every city, here there's a ton of assholes, you know, young kids getting groups, they're assholes, you know, pardon my French, but they're assholes, you know, and it's the same in most other cultures. This white friend of mine, she's almost albino, even to me. She's in China, teaching in China, and she said she'll be sitting there and people laugh and people will bring a little baby over and just take pictures without asking her of her. But I really can't imagine just being a dark-skinned person having any issues here. There's lots of Gypsy Roma population here that are dark-skinned. My Palestinian friends are very dark. You can tell they're not Caucasian. They don't have any problems. They're Muslim. They're free to practice their religion. There's a mosque in Belgrade. I don't think you'll have problems. There's a massive international community here that studies, and I think it's an awesome move, and I think you really should study here. You can study here in Novi Sad in the English language. You can study medicine, you can study dentistry, you can study engineering in English, and it's about $3,000 or $4,000 is what I've got. The friends I hang out with most of the time, they're from Norway, Syria, England, Croatia, and Australia, and those guys are here in Greece, and those guys study here because it's cheap and it's in English and it's a good university. They learn a lot, you know. So you can study here, you can save money, you can hang out with a lot of international people. So I really don't see you having any problem. There's a large number, like your father, who studied here in the time of Yugoslavia. From that time, excuse me, this is probably haram, but yeah, biga, I'm not Muslim. But in the time of Yugoslavia, there was a lot of mixed races that were created here. Like this Palestinian friend of mine here in this city of Novi Sad, his father's Palestinian and his mother's Serbian. I have another friend from Oman, Othman. He was just here. Ahmed's his name. He's from his dad's Jordanian and his mother's Serbian. You have a lot of that here in Serbia. So you got a lot of mix, and you can tell that they're Arab. They don't look Serbian. And they come here, they love it here, they have no problems here. So I can personally get you in touch with a number of different students. The students you'll be going to school with, they're still here. So you won't have any problems, my friend. I don't think so. So for those people that were laughing at you in that particular time, I have no clue. Maybe just a bunch of assholes. There was one young lady from Japan that was here. She said she had a little issue with people going around her until they found out she was Japanese, and then they were like, oh, sorry, you know. I mean, you run into that. Kids are kids, and that's something I've noticed by living in other countries, you know. I thought American kids together were little jerks, but I lived in Mexico, and you get a bunch of little kids, younger people, young men together, they're gossipy, they're aggressive and stuff. I mean, it happens, but this country, totally safe, and I think you'll have a very, very good time, my friend. My Palestinian friends, just to give you another option to save you even more money, some universities here are more expensive than others. Novi Sad, if you study an English language, it's more expensive. If you go to Belgrade, the medical university there, it's more expensive. But if you go to Kragujevac and you study in Serbian language, it's way cheaper. It's about 1,500 euros for a year. My Palestinian friends down there, that's what they do. They don't study in English. One of my best friends, Ramzi, he's from a little village in Palestine. He studies engineering in Serbian. My dear, dear, dear brother, I love the guy, Sharar, he's from Hebron, Palestine. He studies medicine in Serbian language. And how they do it, they come here, the first 6 months you're in an intensive Serbian language course, and they learned it. I mean, we go out, they sing, they talk. That's all they talk. They speak better Serbian than they do English. So that's another option for you. You know, you can take the crash course, and you're probably smarter than me. I've been here for years, and I still don't speak the language, but I've never taken a course. Anyway, that's it, my friend. I wish you well. I know you're going to have a good time, and give it another chance, you know. For the money you'll save and the opportunities you'll have when you're finished, it's definitely worth it, buddy. Okay? Thank you. Hope you have a good trip. If you need anything, you want specific people to speak to from different ethnic backgrounds or religious backgrounds, ask me. I can send them to you, and I'd be more than happy to do so. Okay? Thank you, sir. Do widzenia.